Once upon a time in a village, there lived a boy. The boy was quite naughty. Every day he would go to the garden of the king and break the trees with a sharp stone. The king had planted those trees. He liked sitting under their shades during summer. But the boy would not let him do that because every day he would destroy the trees. One day it happened that there was no shade in the whole kingdom. You can ask why. Well, it's summer and all the trees were shedding their leaves at that time. So there was no shade left in the whole kingdom. One day the boy was playing his usual game in the garden when the king came there. He was very angry that day because he didn't have any shade to sit in. "Why did you break all my trees?" he asked the boy. The boy said, "I don't know. I just like breaking things." The king was furious. He took the sharp stone from the boy and said, "I want you to leave this garden and never come back until I call you." The boy went away sadly. He wandered around the village and saw an old man sitting under a tree. He went to him and asked, "Can I have some water, please?" The old man asked, "Why should I give you water?" "You broke the king's trees, and now there is no shade left in the kingdom. Everybody is suffering from the sun. Even I am very thirsty." The boy felt ashamed after hearing these words. He said, "Please give me some water. I'm very thirsty." The old man gave him water. Then the boy asked him, "Can I sit here?" The old man said, "Of course you can." The boy sat under the tree and thought, "This tree is so nice. I wish it could live longer so that I can play in its shade." Suddenly he remembered the words of the king, "Don't ever come back until I call you." He got scared and thought, "If the king sees me sitting under this tree, he will get very angry and I will never be forgiven." With this thought, the boy got up and ran away. He kept on running until he reached his home. He looked up and saw that his home also had a tree in its garden. He immediately went inside and told everything to his mother. His mother said, "You were wrong to break the trees. If you had not broken them, you could have played in the shade. Now what can we do?" She looked up at the tree and said, "We can request the king to plant some more trees so that we can have shade." The boy said, "But Mom, the king is very angry with me. He will never talk to me again." Mom said, "Then you have to make him understand." The boy said, "Okay, Mom, I will go and request him." He went to the king and said, "Please forgive me for what I did. I won't do it again. And if you want, I can work for you." The king said, "No, I don't want anything from you. Go away." The boy sat outside the palace and kept on requesting the king, but he did not agree. After some time, the king came out of the palace to see the people. When he saw the boy, he asked, "What are you doing here?" The boy said, "Please forgive me for what I did. I won't do it again." The king said, "I know you won't. That's why I'm asking you to leave. Leave now." The boy said, "Please give me some time. I will plant some trees so that you can sit under their shades." The king agreed to this and said, "Good. Go and plant trees in the garden. After that, you can come back and tell me." The boy went to the garden and started planting trees. After 1 year, the trees became big enough to provide shade. The boy went to the king and said, "Please come to the garden once." The king went to the garden and saw beautiful trees there. He said, "You did a good job. From today, you will be the caretaker of these trees." The boy said, "Thank you, sir." He learned a very important lesson that day. He realized what we destroy today may be what we need tomorrow.